Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. In this vlog we will travel to Halych. Probably the name wouldn't ring a bell to you, but this city can be listed in one of the 7 miracles cities in Ukraine worth visiting.
Hi everybody, we're in the center of Halych, which is a small city in Ivano-Frankivsk region. I'm gonna show you around a bit this beautiful little, very historic town.
So first things first is the location. If you are in Kiev or Lviv, it may take some time to get here. The city is located in the western Ukraine and it is half an hour drive from Ivano-Frankivsk city. Halych may not represent anything special now in your eyes probably, but it was once a very significant city in Galicia, as it was the capital of Halych-Volyn Kingdom, and there was a king in this kingdom and his name was King Danylo. The city lies on Dniester river, and this particular bridge, which is located in the center of the river, was constructed a long time ago, and crossing the bridge can be a nice experience. Plus the bridge will take you to the Heavenly 100 alley, and you will also see the views on the river Dniester.
If you continue your walk from the bridge further up, you will find yourself at the alley of the Heavenly 100. This is the alley dedicated to 100 heroes who were killed on the Independence Square in Kyiv in 2014 during the Revolution of Dignity.
And after the walk, we are back to the city center, where you can see the construction of the old kingdom of Halych. You can see in the miniatures next to this amazing church how the kingdom looked like. Halych is very dear to me because when I was studying at the university, I was writing my thesis, and the topic of the thesis was the development of scientific tourism in Halych district. So walking the streets of this historic town brought me a lot of my personal memories about my thesis, and I actually noticed how the city changed. And now we are walking in the city center of Halych, and you can notice a small market, farmer's market, on the left-hand side where people sell their goods. And it was the same in the 12th century.
This road will take us to the castle. Well, the remains of what is left from the castle, actually.
In the past, the castle was magnificent, and these towers, the defense towers, there were 5 of them. And the remains that you see here, the ruins, are the ruins of the chapel that unfortunately did not survive until now. You cannot go up to the reconstruction and the remains of the tower, but of course I did try. This is the part where you are asked not to repeat the same thing. It was worth going there for the view maybe, but a bit disappointing seeing that I was not the only one there, and unfortunately not only for the view.
So the castle, as you see, is mostly the remains of it. It was founded in between 9th and 14th century. It was ruined many times, then it was rebuilt, and now, as you can see, just one tower is reconstructed. All the rest is in the process, hopefully. We arrived here when there were no people, so the whole castle was just for us. Summer is beautiful here. You can have picnic, or you can just hang around. The atmosphere is pleasant, and it's good if you can take a guide, I think, to tell you about the history more than I can tell you.
After enjoying amazing, relaxing time at the castle, we went to the neighboring village, which is a part of still National Park Halych. We went to see the church in the village Shevchenkova. The drive there took approximately 10 minutes. It is very close. This is the church itself. On the right-hand side, you can see it. And let's try to get closer to it. Unfortunately, it's closed. And there's a fence, and I don't see how you can get through. There is a way that you can bypass if you want to come closer to the church. There is part of a fence over there, which is opened. Let's try. This church is called the Church of Saint Panteleimon, and it is a unique church in Ukraine simply because it's one of the oldest. It was constructed in 1194, and it is the only church that was preserved in Ukraine since the creation of Kievan Rus. The church was many times destroyed and then finally reconstructed in the 20th century, and underneath the reconstruction the scientists found a lot of ancient writings. And although we have been talking about Halych a lot, the real center, the heart and the capital of the old Halych Kingdom was not in the city of Halych geographically, but it was in the neighboring village of Krillos, where we have just arrived. And here in Krillos there are also few interesting sights to see. We are walking past by the Metropolitan Palace, a beautiful construction which is now the museum of the ancient Halych, and following the alley we will end up at the Halych grave, which is a massive mold with a fantastic view.
spot of Halych and Krillos, the neighboring village of Halych. And this is the grave. And the scientists do not know exactly whom did it belong to, but for sure somebody very important. And when they excavated the grave, they found an old boat there and the remains of a man, as well as his belongings. But there is no information regarding who he was and what did he do. The only thing that the scientists date this about 10th century, and it's, as you can see, very old and ancient. You cannot go inside, but look at the scenery. This is the territory, by the way, of the National Reserve. It's called Halych National Reserve. There is Halych Museum of History, the grave itself, and the metropolitan chambers. We will see everything step by step.
And here are the metropolitan chambers. There is a museum inside, as I already said. The construction is beautiful. However, entering the museum was not so comfortable for us time-wise, so we skipped it. But you can enjoy the territory itself, which I really did. There is also rehabilitation center for wild animals. We will have a short overview here. The reserve offers you to watch the birds, and a big variety of them actually, and bears and deer and some other animals who were rescued and unfortunately cannot live in the natural conditions anymore due to the traumas. The territory of the park is a part of the forest actually, and the animals have enough territory according to their rescuers. The bears have their history. They were mistreated, unfortunately, in the circus and arrived to the rescue center in very bad conditions and very traumatized. And now they are treated well and have a good life. I hope you enjoyed this trip with me. Stay tuned. Please share my video among your friends who might be interested in Ukraine. Like this video, comment. I will appreciate feedback. Thank you for watching and see you in my next videos. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course.